Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. And finally, we're going to see some improving weather conditions today across the Northeast and northern mid Atlantic states. Our weather systems of the last couple of days have now moved away to the Northeast, and you can pick out the cold front that has passed on through. It wasn't anything spectacular here, but it actually did enhance the shower activity that we had yesterday and into the evening hours. But that front now again is pushed to the east, and we've got some nice dry air that's in the eastern part of the United States. Some high clouds streaming across the northern plains and western Great Lakes. We might see a little bit of that cloud cover clip some of the area today, especially as you go north into New England. But overall, we're looking pretty good for today and for Thursday. By the way, this is Tropical Storm Norbert sitting off the Baja California southern coast there and moving north-northwestward. It'll be interesting to see if some of that moisture winds up getting into California at some point, as with still some of the wildfire concerns that are in the west, although there has been some rain, and there may be some more rain there in the long range. Here's the view from Canada. And this is one of my favorite views with regards to the satellite loops, because it really gives you an idea of just how much our weather is controlled by what goes on in Canada with this strong upper low that is spinning and moving northward here, and it's actually going to start dropping southeastward again, creating a rather deep trough in the eastern part of the United States. So that's going to start bringing shots of chilly air coming down with regularity in the longer range. And in the meantime, it also is showing you that Pacific jet is streaming these weather systems into the northwest and moving them across the United States. So it's a pattern that moves. Everything is moving right along. And that's a good thing, because at least you don't wind up getting air masses to stagnate for more than a day or two, or get into situations like we just had, where we had miserable weather for a couple of days. Here's the U.S. radar this morning. The moisture in the northern plains producing some showers there. We're also seeing a few showers leaving Maine. Otherwise, it is quiet on the radar in the Northeast and in the Mid-Atlantic states, as we have a little high in West Virginia, a little front that's out to the west, a weak one, and another high on the other side of it. This front's just going to basically fall apart as it moves on through. The stronger system in the plains that is pushing eastward, of course, and then as we look down through the southeast and into Florida, not too shabby here. It's dry conditions all the way down into North Florida today. The other side of the front, it's a little more tropical, of course, in Central and South Florida, and mostly quiet weather across the Gulf states. Now, as far as rain is concerned, over the next 7 days, I think the main threat here is going to be on Friday. We have a cold front that's going to be pushing eastward with cooler air behind it, and you can see that the Weather Prediction Center is indicating that we could wind up with another 3/4 of an inch to maybe as much as 1.5 inches from New Jersey northeastward up into New England. The New England part of this is very important because of the fact that it is so bone dry. So let's just take you forward. I want to give you a quick view here of what's happening in the upper atmosphere. And you see, starting with this morning, that trough swinging to the northeast, and the upper air winds that are running from west to east across much of the U.S. And of course, we've got this upper low that's in Canada, and also higher than normal pressures continuing up in the North Atlantic. That is going to be favoring the cooler than normal temperature regime that's going to settle in this weekend and take us into the longer term. And there's a trough here in the Gulf of Alaska that is swinging to about the longitude of Hawaii. And anytime you have that, that's when you have a deep trough there, you're going to wind up with a deep trough in the eastern part of the United States. Now, one of the things that we see happening is that trough is actually going to set up a little bit west. It's going to set up closer to 90 degrees west, which is around the longitude of Chicago and New Orleans, and rather than, say, further to the east along the longitude of, say, Pittsburgh down to Atlanta. So the coolest air is going to probably wind up being to our northwest. We'll get some of that swinging in from time to time, but there will be periods where the cool air pulls out and things will warm up a bit and will carry you through. This is through next weekend. We have a shortwave trough and a cold front, as we mentioned, coming through for Friday. You can kind of see it right there. That swings around. And over in the longer haul, we're just going to kind of see that upper low rotate around and around. And every time it does, you get an arm that rotates southeastward. Now, later next week, maybe it warms up a little bit toward the middle and latter part of the week. And we're also going to be watching down in the tropics in the Caribbean again. It looks like pressures are going to be below normal there, and that might open the door for some the possibility of tropical storm formation. So a lot of things that are happening in sort of a changing time here as we get deeper and deeper into the autumn season. And just really quick in terms of what we're going to have on our going on here from day to day. No problems today other than some high clouds mixed with some sunshine, and then you have probably more sun than anything else. And then our high is going to move out off the coast. We'll have a southwest flow tomorrow, and that'll warm us up a bit with sunshine. Here comes our front for Friday, and we're going to have a wave develop on that front. It actually stalls over us early Friday morning. We get a wave that develops on the front with some showers and maybe some heavier rains later Friday into Friday night. It might still be lingering into early Saturday morning, especially from New York City east. Then we've got a shot of chilly air that starts to come in Friday and is right overhead for Saturday into Saturday night. Then we'll go through the process all over again as another front approaches for the early part of next week with some chilly air behind that. And really quick, just as far as temperatures are concerned, we should be in the upper mid 60s to around or just over 70 today. We'll be in the low to mid 70s on Thursday. And then on Friday, as that cooler air starts to arrive, we're looking at 60s and even 50s as you head back into Pennsylvania. Some places barely getting out of the low 50s, and that also continues into upstate New York. Saturday, a chilly day everywhere. I think pretty much everyone's going to probably stay in the 50s all day long on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we'll bounce a little bit back up to, say, 60 to 65. And then we'll push it up maybe a little bit higher next Monday as another cold front approaches. So the one day in this stretch that we have any concern with, that's going to be on Friday into Friday night, early Saturday, with this next cold front coming through, stalling, and a wave developing on it that could bring, again, 3/4 of an inch to maybe 1.5 inches of rain in some places, which is going to be good to ease the drought conditions, especially for New England. The drought is non-existent south of New York City and down into southeastern Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Everything's kind of normal in that area, but it's still severe drought in some places in the southeastern New England in particular. Okay, the Joe and Joe Show, which has been on hiatus for the last 4 or 5 days, well, that's coming back tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, so be sure to tune in for that. Also want to just mention, if you're a Patreon member, which is my weather platform that has lots of extra weather on it and podcasts and everything else, your subscription, well, if you take it on an annual basis, you get a 15% discount or 2 months free. So just wanted to let you know about that. And that is also available for non-members. If you join up, you can take advantage of the 15% off on the annual subscription, and tiers start at just $2 a month. And that goes a long way to helping me out, and I really appreciate it. All right, everybody, have a great day. We'll see you later.